of Green Gables long. Long ago, an old brother and sister lived on a farm. The farm was called Green Gables. It was quiet and neat. The brother was Matthew. He was shy and kind. The sister was Marilla. She was strict and practical. They decided to adopt a boy from the orphanage to help on the farm. Matthew went to the train station, but no boy was waiting for him. Instead, a thin girl stood there. She had bright red hair and big, hopeful eyes. "I'm Anne Shirley," she said. "You must be Mr. Matthew Cuthbert of Green Gables." There had been a mistake. The orphanage sent a girl. Matthew was too kind to leave her. He brought Anne home in his buggy. Marilla was shocked. "We need a boy to work," she said. Anne's heart sank. "Please let me stay," she begged. "I can work hard, I promise. I've never had a real home." Marilla saw the longing in Anne's eyes. She agreed to let her stay for a trial. Anne was full of wonder. She gave names to everything. The path was the white way of delight. The pond was the lake of shining waters. Her imagination sometimes got her into trouble. She forgot to watch the cake, and it burned. She put medicine instead of vanilla in the cake. But she also brought joy. Matthew, who rarely spoke, loved listening to her stories. Anne made a best friend, Diana. They promised to be bosom friends forever. One day, a neighbor, Mrs. Lynde, came to visit. She looked at Anne and said, "My, what a skinny, homely child, and that red hair." Anne was furious. "I hate you," she cried to Mrs. Lynde. "You are a rude, unfeeling woman." Marilla made Anne apologize. Anne did, very dramatically. Mrs. Lynde forgave her and even came to like the spirited girl. Anne's greatest wish was to have pretty dark hair like Diamana's. She bought a bottle of dye from a peddler. It promised raven black hair, but it turned her hair a horrible bright green. Marilla had to cut most of it off. Anne had to go to school with very short hair. A boy at school, Gilbert Blythe, teased her. He called her Carrots. In a rage, Anne broke her slate over his head. She refused to speak to him for years. Time passed. Anne studied hard. She and Gilbert became rivals for first place in school. One day, Diana's little sister, Minnie May, became very sick. The doctor was far away. Anne remembered how to care for sick group patients. She stayed up all night, saving the baby's life. The town began to see Anne not just as a chatterbox, but as a brave and smart girl. Matthew and Marilla grew to love her dearly. She was the daughter of their hearts. When Matthew died quietly of a heart attack, Anne and Marilla held each other and cried. Green Gables felt empty without his quiet presence. To keep the farm, Anne decided not to go to a faraway college for a scholarship. She would stay, teach nearby, and help Marilla. Gilbert heard about this. He gave up the teaching job near his own home so Anne could have it. It was his way of making peace. Anne was deeply moved. She finally forgave him. They shook hands and became true friends. Anne looked at the blooming cherry tree outside her window, the Snow Queen. She thought of her dear Matthew, of loyal Marilla, of her bosom friend Diana, and of her new friend Gilbert. Her heart was full. She was no longer a lonely orphan. She was Anne of Green Gables, surrounded by love, and her future was as bright as the blossoms on the tree.